Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Marcy and I'm delighted to be hanging out with all of you today. I have a little project that I have been working on and I need to make some journal cards for that. So I was watching Melina channel the other day and I think I found the perfect project to go with what I have been making on the side. I know that all sounds very mysterious, but I want to work on these journal cards today, and then in the couple of weeks after I have given this journal to a friend, it's a gift, and so I'm working on this journal as a gift, and once I've given it to her, then I will share some of the work with you. It's not a series, but I will share a little bit of what I did, and I'll show you a flip through. But today, let's just work on these journal cards. So what the idea is kind of a starburst pattern similar to this kind of an idea, where we're going to use strips of paper to create kind of a starburst in a sort of like a Art Deco, Art Nouveau type of idea, kind of a look. That's the look I'm going for, okay? So what I've done already is I have made up some journal bases, journal card bases. These are 4x6. I just cut them out of craft cardstock. I have a bunch of scraps and I will show you here in a minute how I am cutting them up. I have a pile of scraps that I pre-cut already just to save a lot of time. And then I've got some little shapes here and I will show you what we're going to do with those after we get going. So like I said, I was watching a video by Melina and I will link it down below. It's part of her M's Scrap Buster series that she does. And of course, per my usual, I don't have one already done to show you. I never do. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. But what we are creating is journal cards that have that starburst look. And we're just going to be gluing strips down onto our base to help create that idea, okay? But first I'm going to show you how she cut those strips so that we can get this shape, this little triangle shape that you've got here. So I'm going to pull over my trimmer, and I want to apologize because this does make a little bit of noise, so I will describe on one how this works. This is also a little bit oversized for our space here, but I will show you how she did it and explain it, and then I'll speed it up and finish cutting the rest of these, okay? So what she did was she just took her scraps, and I have quite a few here, mostly scraps that go with the theme of what the type of journal that I'm making, but you can use any scraps you want because depending on what you have, you're going to get a variety of looks on your finished product. You just take your scrap and you want to set it in your trimmer so that the very corner is right on the cutting edge, okay? And then you're going to angle it so that you have like a little triangle across the top, and then trim it, and you're going to end up with this. And then to go the other way, so here's where we wound up. Here's our edge. So we're going to just pivot this piece of paper, leave the point here, down here, and then just kind of pivot the bottom so that we get a triangle going this way, and then slice again. And it's that simple. And then when I get down to kind of this size, this is about 1 inch by whatever, I just kind of like to slice them in half diagonally, point to point. And then you're going to want to make some longer ones. And you're going to want to make some medium-sized ones like we just did. And then you're going to want to make some tiny ones like that, or even like this, because as we lay out our starburst pattern, you're going to have all kinds of little spaces to fill. So a variety of lengths is preferable. So now let me go ahead and finish these. So I said a variety of lengths, but you also want a variety of widths as well. So here's my pile. That should be enough, one would hope. I threw in some book page. I have some matte pieces too, because I'm wanting the pretty colors of that are in the journal, but also some neutrals. And okay, so now here are our bases. That is not easy to say. Say that 5 times fast. And I'm going to do some going horizontally and some going vertically. So that is why I cut some really long ones, because I knew I was going to want to go from this end down to here, and that's 6 inches. So, all right, so we'll start with a horizontal one. And then we're going to just lay these on here. I'm going to save out the really long ones, though, for those guys as I come across them. So then we start where the middle is. It's nice to know the middle. And then we're just going to line up our point down here at the base and go that direction towards the top. And in fact, that one's pretty tall, so I want one that's a little bit shorter. You don't have to be too super specific or precise about it, but it's helpful to kind of have an idea in mind of what you want to do. So then, what she did, and I thought this was a really good way to do it, she just slathered her glue all over the base. And I'm still working with my Dollar Tree glue because it's such a good value. The foam and poster board adhesive. And then we're just gonna start laying down our pieces, and totally okay to have them go over the edge that way, because you're gonna trim this up after you've got everything laid down. You're just gonna trim around the outside edges and make it look all neat and tidy. So I am filming today. Today is Valentine's Day, actually, and I'm filming so that we can have our Friday video ready, but Sunday was the Super Bowl, and oops, you know what, now see, like this one, I didn't quite get it lined up with the edge, so I want it to, that's not going to work. I need a little bit longer one. I'm going to kind of lay it there for a second, and I need one that's a little bit longer. There we go. Because you want to go up past the edge. Make sure your piece extends beyond the edge. Then now that should be okay. Oh, maybe not. This one may end up being more like right over here. So I'm just going to lay that there for a sec. I have these here with the stars on them, and they're kind of not, I don't know. It was a scrap I needed to use, so they're not exactly in the right style, but I think they'll blend in okay. See, that's a long skinny. Let's try this one. So yeah, we had our younger daughter and her hubby, and my niece and her hubby, our new nephew. And it was a really good time. It was actually kind of a impromptu get together. I wasn't going to do anything for Super Bowl. And then my niece and nephew asked. And my husband said, I think they'd really like to come over. And I said, well, I was planning on working on this journal and not doing anything. So if we do something, you're going to have to put it together. And so he actually did, you know, and it worked. Anyway, we had a really good time. It was really kind of fun watching Rihanna at the halftime show. And Rihanna. Anyway, so they're all sitting over on the couch, you know, all these 20-somethings singing away. And I'm like, I don't recognize any of these songs. And they're like, Camille says, well, this is my generation's music, Mom. And I'm like, well, how do you know all these songs? When on earth did you find time to learn them all? It's amazing to me how our kids, I don't know, they just pick up on all this stuff. Somehow or other, they just, you know, I was like, well, I really thought I was trying to do a good job of keeping you away from naughty music. Although her music's not that bad, but, you know, just wasn't sure. That's why you got to teach your kids discernment, because you can't always be around everywhere they go. You're not always going to be there, but you teach them discernment so that they know how to filter all that stuff, right? My niece led kind of a sheltered upbringing, just a little bit too. She went to college, became a physical therapist, got her doctorate. She was one of those that was affected at COVID because she was supposed to graduate. Oh, this is going the other way. I guess that one's right side up. This one's upside down. I don't know if I can do it the right direction. That's all right. We'll just do it upside down. It'll be fine. Anyway, she got affected by COVID because she was supposed to graduate that spring, and of course everything got shut down, and she got sent back to campus in California. She was up here doing her rotation to receive her doctorate degree. She's great. And then she sat on the couch, and my husband's been having a really sore neck, so she gave him some serious massage and worked on the spot, and he's like, wow, I can turn my neck. It's really cute. But yeah, anyway, we just had a really good time. Okay, so this isn't exactly straight across the bottom. I should probably straighten that up with one more. That's a neutral with a neutral, don't want that. Here's another brick. So you can keep going all the way around. And Melina just put little strips across the bottom here, which I wasn't gonna do. I wanna go a circle, so I guess if that's what I'm wanting, I need to keep going further down than she did. Because if I'm gonna have just a circle, I want them all to radiate out kind of from the center. So if I do that, I'm gonna have to cover more of my card, but I want that whole look. So, okay, good to know. Lessons are being learned. Ooh, look at that one. I want the purple side. So yeah, I'll just keep going down around all the way to the edges. She stopped on hers. She stopped about here and then just put a strip of paper. Oh, that's cool. I really like that purple. Okay. And here's a little one. Might be too short. That's too short. Short, short, short. I'm going to end up getting all these sorted so I can find the size that I want, the length that I want. Here, let's do another one. This color. Actually, I know you're not supposed to think about it this hard, but I'm gonna. Because that's the way I roll. Uh-oh, come on up. Oh no. What I want is this red one next. So I think it'll look good between the yellow and the brick. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so what did you guys do for Super Bowl? I'm not really a big football fan, but you know, there's the whole socialization aspect of it. And I guess if you're with people that you like and enjoy, it can be fun. But there have been those times we've been invited to parties and I'm like, because if you don't know all the people there, you know, the only one that knows all the guests is the host. So I'm not big into sports, so I'd rather be home in my craft room. Okay, too short. Ooh, here's a nice piece of map. Let's do that one. Here we go. And let's try this little guy right there. I don't know if I need that there, but I'm going to do it just so I don't have a bare spot. And I just glued that whole thing, and now I'm getting glue all over my mat. Hold on, I'm bringing this up to my face. Okay, so let me wipe that up really fast. I'm going to put a glue page down. Okay, so then she trimmed all of these little edges. And because hers didn't come down to didn't come all the way down to the edge, she just kind of trimmed them around through here. What you want is whatever piece you're laying here, you don't want all these overlapping so they show. you know, if that makes sense, so that when I lay down my object at the base, you don't want these little ends extending so far over that they show on the other side. But I am going to put this pretty gold oval there. This is giving me a good chance to use up a lot of these pre-punched shapes that I did long ago. Sometimes when I don't know what else to do with my scraps, I'll sit and punch out the shapes, but I haven't been very good at having lots of opportunities to use them up. Okay, I'm wondering, let's see. I'm going to look on the back here just to see if that's kind of lined up. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to just go over this with my bone folder and kind of smooth everything so it's laying flat. Give it all a chance to stick down really well. Get the glue off. Okay, and then I'm going to trim. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz scissors because these are Teflon. These are the 7-inch scissors. He's got some that are longer that I want to get because they're really good for this. And then when you're doing sticky things or you need to trim up where there's been glue or other adhesives, it works really well. It doesn't stick to your scissor blades. So I think he's got a pair of 9-inch. I just haven't gotten them yet because most of the time my regular long scissors work. Another nice thing is that all these Tim Holtz, it's Tonic Studios. See, Tonic and Tim Holtz. They are ambidextrous. They're set up so that whether you're left-handed or right-handed, and they are self-sharpening. So there's a lot of good things to appreciate. Okay, so now I have trimmed. I'm going to dump this little mess here. And then let's see what we got here. It's not sticking down right there, but it should. Okay, now see, this one doesn't quite get covered up. I don't know if I can scoot that over or not, but I would say that's pretty well centered. This is where the grid on your mat is very helpful. Yeah, better. Okay, I kind of want it to cover that point. Otherwise, I think that's going to end up popping up over time. There we go. Okay. Very nice, very nice. And then trim the edges. It's easier when it's not wet. I just slammed that right on my table, didn't I? Sorry. Yeah, see how my oval isn't exactly... Hold on. I'm not going to be happy with this. My oval is not quite ovalish enough. Like it's thicker on that side than that. So I'm going to try to line this up so that it looks relatively equal without messing up my card. Okay, that's better, I think, I hope. Well, that's pretty equal along the bottom. It's gonna have to be a little bit, there we go. There we go. See, I want this not straight across here because then that means that I did get this side lower because there's more of this oval showing over here than over here, and I want it kind of evened up, so. Otherwise, it will look off with the starburst behind it. And then you want to make sure that you're trimming your card straight. And I want to run this through my trimmer because I don't think it is exactly. You got that little piece hanging off. Come on. Oh, that's just a little sliver now of a starburst piece. Okay, there we go. So now let's see if we can get these two corners. There we go. Good. Wow, nice. Oh wow, that is so grand looking, isn't it? Wow, that's so pretty. I wanted the sparklies because there's a little shimmer in some of these papers, and I think the sparkle gives it kind of that glamour Hollywood look. This is what it looks to me like, the giant spotlights that you used to see in all the old Hollywood movies. They'd shine the spotlight up in the air, and you'd have all the rays radiating out. Beautiful. Okay, let's do one that goes vertically. This one's going to be harder, so get all my long pieces kind of lined up a little bit. And this book page is going to go upside down as well. That's just the way it's got to be, I guess. Let's see what else I'm trying to find. I know I cut some specifically very long, so hopefully, well, here's one. I want some map in there too. Okay. All right, that should help me. Help me get organized. And I know I had a burgundy one or two. Oh, flower map. Okay, too much fussing. We won't get our creating done. Okay, so on this one, since I want to do, I think I want to do like one of these scallop circles. I punched out a book page. So what I think will help me is if I just kind of loosely draw the outline, then I will know what I'm, where I'm aiming for. And then this is 4 inches, so my middle, yeah, I think we could do it right about there. Okay, well, let's see what we do. I'm gonna set that up there so I don't lose it. Also have some pretty hearts too. A heart might be cool on one of these. Yeah. Okay, so glue, laying down the glue. Definitely want to use a glue that allows you to reposition your pieces if you need to, and not a fast grab. So art glitter glue, unless you're very certain of what you're laying down and you aren't going to want to move it, I would not recommend that. But the Aleene's, the white glue from Aleene's, or I don't know, any other just basic white glue. You could even use Elmer's if you want. Okay, so I think I want my center beam, like little sunbeams, to be yellow. And I really like this green scrap here. I want to make sure your seams match and are flat. Kind of like wallpaper, I want the orange over here. And I want this right a little closer to the edge. You also want a glue that's not going to dry super fast. Here's a piece of map, super long piece of map. And here's a blue piece of map. I was trying to find some inspiration for Art Deco, Art Nouveau kind of looking things, but everything's so lacy and really overdone, and I don't think that is quite what this person that I'm making it for, since I don't know her, I just don't get the impression that that's the kind of person she is, that she's not a frou-frou-y, flower and lace kind of girl. I could be wrong, but that's just not the sense I was getting. So let's see, we need to keep pointing toward the middle. Is this another one of those that had the pretty purple? Yes, it is. So I can put some purple down on that side. Let's see, I want this. I like this paper. It's a scrap from an old project, but it kind of has those Art Deco looking circles. So it's perfect for this. Okay. Let's see, what other color? I need some brown. That's a very long brown. I want a shorter brown. These are long. Save those for the other really long one over there. See, I knew I had a shorter brown somewhere. Somewhere in this mess. Oh, I haven't done any book page yet. And this one's a nice looking one. Although I think we're missing our center here. Yep, I'm kind of getting off center, so let's, if I put that one there, that purple, actually no, sorry, gotta rethink that. I want it to be more into the middle here, but I still want the red next to the red. So I'm gonna have to figure out my angle on that. There we go. There we go. Now put my purple one down here, making sure I am in frame. I've been really bad about that lately, and I'm really sorry, guys. That's no fun to watch. I kind of get going and then forget. Forget there's a camera I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on. Okay, what other color? I like this little leafy one. I'm gonna need something right there. And I do need a skinny one. Oh, here, let's do this one, the shiny green. What's on the other side? Oh, it's the opposite of the yellow, okay. Shiny green, and then little pretty leaves. Okay. It looks like a mess like that, doesn't it? Okay, so then she just trimmed all these guys so she didn't have little ends sticking out everywhere. And as long as we stay within that circle that we made, we should be okay. What's this? Because otherwise it'll get too bulky under there too. We don't want bulk. I'm just going to keep chopping. Probably a good thing I don't do hair. Just keep chopping until it looks good. That's my motto. Let's see if I can do that. And then maybe next one I'll try one that has just a strip across the bottom like she did. That will look good too. Okay, so here's that, and then here's our little scrap of book. So I need it to cover the gap. That's cool. Okay, now I got that one kind of where it's almost too short. Redo. Reposition. Okay, I'm going to use that line there. Go around here. It's about three lines of text. Oh, that one got wrinkled. Wrinkled, come here. Must not have had enough glue down there. Okay, I can snip that. So I could have trimmed these up a little bit, trimmed these off a little bit more right here. Trial and error, we're all learning it together. Okay, now I got glue all over me, which I hate. One of my pet peeves, and it's just my problem. Don't expect people to change for me, but I hate it when I'm watching people that are crafters and then they have these things stuck to their fingers and they don't clean them off, and it just drives me batty. Like, clean your fingers, please, before you keep creating. And it doesn't bother them. I should have probably inked that. Okay, now we're gonna flip it over, give it a good press, a good burnish, as they say. I cleaned my mat. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did. Used the hand sanitizer with alcohol in it, rubbing alcohol. And then I use straight nail polish remover. Okay. Another nice thing that would be good about these blades is if the longer one is easier to cut along a straight edge, you know, when you have a longer blade. So another good reason to invest in the longer scissors. They're only like, I think I have them in my Amazon, like on my wish list. Thinking they're only like $11 or $12. I don't remember. I keep putting them on my Christmas list and my birthday list, and they keep not winding up in my hands, so I'm gonna have to. Uh-oh, I see from that that is not straight again. Okay, come on. Dang it. Uh-oh. I may end up putting something over this because that's not straight and I can't fix it. It's gonna tear. Dang it. Darn, darn, double darn. Okay. Let's see, maybe, I'm really loving the sparkles, but I would prefer, I really wanted the book text though. Let's see, let's try a different one and we'll just try to line it up so it's straight. That's okay. I guess I should just do it this way here. Okay, now be straight. Straight, I tell you. Okay, now I got glue all over my fingers again. I grab the dry napkin. Try to press. Got a little glue oozing out, so I gotta rub it off here. And then I see a spot right there. I'm gonna use art glitter glue for that spot because now we know we want that right there. Get it tacked down really well. And that one's coming up, which, I mean, it's gonna get punched in a minute. We're gonna round the corners, but it's better to have it in place first. And now that's popping up. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, we also need to decorate these, so I may only get 2 done, a horizontal and a vertical. I don't really know how many I needed or wanted, but it'd be nice, whichever ones I don't use, I'll just stick them in my stash. Yep, that's sliding around again. The nerve. Don't do that. Okay, there's that. Punch the corners. Here we go. Okay, so horizontal and vertical Starburst Art Deco journal card things. And then I have some embellishments that I pulled out because I wasn't really sure. I have a bunch of these old things from K & Company. K & Company packs. And then I had also, see, they have, isn't that perfect for that? And then I have these little things I got from Mrs. Cog. There's that one. I got a piece of paper in the way. And then these came from the papers that I'm using. This one, some of these I'm going to use for page decorations. But then I had those stickers, you know, from my Your Creative Studio box. So I just went ahead, because they are sheer, I just backed them on on scraps of cardstock. And one of these might work too. There is a little bit of a butterfly theme going on in there, but I'm trying to not put butterflies on these two journal cards. But I do like the look of this lady. I wonder if I should give her a Deco edge. But you know what? Art Deco was all about clean lines. This is more Art Nouveau, I think. I'm trying to learn the differences because Art Nouveau came first and then it transitioned into Art Deco. So Art Deco's more geometric and hard lines and this, like these starburst patterns. Art Nouveau was earlier, from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and I've been trying to learn it because we have a lot of things from my husband's grandparents' house, and they got married in 1900. So as I was researching what we have, I have really come to notice and recognize more of this Art Nouveau 1920s, 30s kind of look. And it's really kind of cool, you know? You start looking and you realize how much we have now that's influenced by it. So I really like this, but I definitely want some ink around it. This is Walnut Stain. I'm going a little bit darker so it stands out. So I guess it didn't matter that I had book page there. Putting her kind of down towards the bottom. But then I have like these little flowers. What's that? Let me think about that for a minute. And then, like, I really like this lady too, but she might end up on a smaller embellishment. But look at her, there she is. Egyptian Revival. It was around that time, early 1900s, that King Tut's tomb was discovered. And so that's the Egyptian Revival movement. Was a lot of the decor and fashion and things and art were definitely influenced by that. That's too pale, I think. No, I really like her. She really appeals to me, but I really got to figure out how to do the flowers. Because I think these colors, and I just feel like she might need something underneath her still, but I don't know what. Help me. Maybe just a circle. I have all these circles, so let's see. I got that one inked. These all make me think of like Agatha Christie, the beginning of like when you watch Poirot on PBS. All the characters, how they look. Okay. Or we could even do something like this, draw outside the lines, which is pointless to have the gold if I'm going to cover it up. Let's see. I really like her, but she's going to have to be on something. So maybe she could be on a heart on top of the gold, on top of the heart gets lost in there. You definitely need gold right there, though. These gold circles are very handy. There's a little bit of gold in that flower, too. Okay, no to that. Here's some vellum, though. Vellum circle, and maybe this little, it's probably the wrong color scheme. Maybe this butterfly? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. What do we want there? We have 3 minutes to figure it out. Not great. Definitely, I think, a solid. This one's kind of white, but it's probably too white. This one's yellow. Does that clash with the gold? Oh, maybe like this color in the background, or a green, which I did not pull out. Let's see. I have this green right here. It's pretty bright. Okay. And then I don't know. Maybe she just needs to be elevated. Let's go ahead and glue this while I think about it. There's a pink one, just plain pink. looks like I've got a circle with an oval, and I got oval, oval, circle. What I need is a bigger circle, but I don't have one. Timer is definitely going to run out on me though. Any suggestions from the gallery? I still like the green. You guys seeing it and I'm not? I have noticed that the view from the top of the camera versus where I sit at the side is always completely different. So sometimes you see things from up here that you don't see when you're sitting down below. Okay, so let's see. I kind of like that with the circle. I just wish I had a bigger one, but I don't. No point in wishing for something I don't have. I do have this oval. It's got kind of an Art Deco-y looking gold circles, gold ovals on a pink background. I wonder really fast. I like that little flower though. Just keep playing with all my geometrics. I actually like the green one. So hold on, let me see if I have a green oval like that. Hang on just a second. Okay, well I did find a green oval. It's not quite as bright as the other one. Here's this one. See? But it is an oval, which looks better, I think. And then with this little flower there, I think that looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. It's a case of I see these scraps everywhere, and then I'm sick to death of looking at them, and now that I actually want to find that scrap, cannot find it anywhere. Now I said I was going to glue that down, but now I'm wondering if she looks prettier on there because she pops a little bit better. She probably does, but I'm probably still going to go with this gal because I want this one on a page as an embellishment. So I think this looks good on this card here. Okay, so glue, which I left my glues open. Of course I did. Really, really love how these gold circles make everything stand out. Okay. And you're going to go like so. I want this to like trail up the edge, kind of like, there we go. So I'm going to lift that, tack it like a lot. Look at that. A lot of glue there. Okay, and pick it up gently. I went through my digitals to work on this and discovered I actually have quite a few that I had forgotten that I had ever purchased. So, I mean, I don't have as many as probably the average crafter, but I have quite a few for me. So that was a nice discovery. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna press this down again from the back side. And then we will give it a nice ink around the back edge. I think this was the Michaels cardstock. It could have been an old one from Stamping Up. Now I don't remember. I have so many shades of craft. It's ridiculous. Like, why are there so many different colors for craft? It's kind of funny, actually. Okay, there's that. And she needs to stick down just a little bit more right there. There you go. And Getting this placement exactly how I want. Look again from your angle. Yeah, all I need to do is ink that oval. Okay. It just needs to stand out from the back a little bit, so that's why I'm doing that. Okay. So does anybody have any Valentine's Day plans? I just hate going out with all the crowds, and of course everything's always overpriced because it's Valentine's Day. So we have a gift certificate that my husband was given for his birthday for the Cheesecake Factory. So we decided we'd go out sometime around Valentine's Day, but not on Valentine's Day. I like how that leaf comes back around that way better. I'm gonna hold this up for myself here. Ooh, I just love all this sparkle. Like, I don't like things super bright, shiny, overdone, but I do like a nice little shimmer. And there's plenty on this card. The purple, the greens, this orange, that yellow. And then down here, nice. Okay, let me plug up my glue really fast. Looks like I missed a part of that corner there. I'll have to go back and fix that. That's probably the one that didn't punch that I had to use my scissors on. That's better. Yeah, so if you decide to check out Melina's video, please let her know that Marcy at Creators Call Shop sent you over. And yeah, look at her, how she does it. And we don't have enough time for me to do another one with just a strip across the bottom, but I really, really like having them radiate out from the base and have a longer ray, I guess, a beam of sunlight going that way. I'm gonna put some on here too because I think that just blends it in a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm excited to show you how this is going to turn out. I've got some more work to do on it today. I've got to sew in the signatures, and then I need to decorate up the pages and do a few things, but it's been really fun to use. Oh, here, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. It's been really fun to practice using all the different techniques that I have been, you know, experimenting with and learning and trying to put in my idea books. So, you know, what's the point of learning them if you're not going to use them? So actually, and it really did, it helped me kind of put it all together a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to test this out. Do I like it better over here, or do I like it better up here? I think up here. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Good advice, good advice. What's the other one? Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Or steal your sparkle. How does that go? Make sure that's on there straight. I'm going to keep fiddling with it because it's not, you know, it's trying to curl up, so we want to keep smushing it, folding it back into shape. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Okay, what does this one want to say? So we're leaving encouraging, oh, here we go. And so the adventure begins. Can we do it like that? Maybe, looking again from your angle. Oh, actually, we could do live, create, and tell the story. Or I had another one on here that I thought I saw. Make today awesomely fabulous. These are creamy colored on the background. I think it would be better with a white. Okay, so how about this one instead? Life was meant for a great adventure. I have a little bit of an adventure theme going on in this journal. And I think this is perfect to talk about adventures on our journal cards. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Who knew? Who knew something so marvelous could be made out of scraps? So yeah, definitely tell Melina that Marcy over here at Creators Call Shop sent you her way, and check out her video. It's M's Scrap Busters, so if you decide to make something and post it somewhere, do use her hashtag. Yeah. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sorry. Don't mean to overreact on that. Maybe just scoot that one up a little more and scoot him down a little more. Oh, that one's stuck. That's right. I used art glitter glue. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Make sure I think I got glue on the back. There they are. There's my 2 journal cards with the beautiful kind of an Art Deco Starburst theme. Really cool. Really neat how that turned out, and a really fun way to use up your scraps that's different. I'm going to go ahead and continue making a couple more, which I don't know if they will be used in this journal or not, but it would be very nice to have them in my stash, even if I don't finish out, you know, decorating them like these. Oh my goodness, I just want to sit here and look at them. I know that's kind of weird. Okay, let's find us something good to read. Seeing things more clearly helps the time fly by, and then it says time flies whether you're having fun or not. That's true. The time is going to pass anyway, right? Time goes by, so we get to choose how we spend it and think a little bit ahead to what we want things to look like further down the road. So seeing things more clearly helps the time fly by, but time flies whether you're having fun or not. We just had fun. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Really enjoy hanging out with you. Please remember, I almost forgot to say this, please remember to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will consider doing so. Once you've subscribed, you have the opportunity to click the notification bell, and then that will alert you every time I'm posting something or go live, which I haven't done yet. But one of these days, I hope to. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me and spending time. Do leave a comment down below. Let me know that you're out there, because I just really like hearing from you guys and reading the comments and knowing that you're out there. Okay? Yeah, leave me a little note. Leave me a little sparkle and comment below. All right, that's it for today, guys. I want you to be inspired, do something creative today, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye now.